Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV Profit. I'm in conversation with Mr. Alok Mishra, CEO and Director at MFIN. Thank you so much for taking time out to speak to us, sir, today. I do want to understand, currently lenders are of the view that the sector is expected to come out of its pain possibly by Q3. You've already shown us signs of improvement. So is that broadly something you concur with?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the recovery numbers which I was talking about, they clearly show that we are going back to normal times. And if, as I explained, if the disbursements would have been normal and the loan portfolio would not have contracted, these numbers would have looked even better. So even with tighter liquidity conditions, the recovery is getting back to shape. So we feel that sector is coming back, green shoots are there. And even on the broader economy front, if you see the rural consumer expectation and all that, they remain buoyant with around 75% feeling that their economic conditions will improve, tractor sales, rainfall, so everything going positive in favor of us. Only liquidity is an issue, which we hope soon the bank funding will start and we'll be out of this. And on the Q3 part of it, when you talked about Q3, I think the much of the pain, because as I explained, the provisions have been taken, and whatever you see the Q1 results, now if you see the losses and all that, that is a result of it. It will gradually taper down, but the recovery part will keep on improving.
Okay, I do have an add-on question to that. The latest data does show that the loan book across most lenders still continues to contract. So, and that's something you've touched upon as well. So, that is an added risk, right, when we talk about delinquencies maybe being exacerbated further.
Well, I think 18%, 17% contraction has already happened in 1 year. I don't see any further contraction will happen. Bank funding will start and it will come back. But see, you can't rule out a worst case scenario, but still the internal accruals from the whatever you have lent and whatever is your cash surplus, what is your equity base, that will sustain for some more time. And we are sure and hopeful that the bank funding will start soon, and the contraction will turn into a temperate expansion by next 2-3 months.
Okay, got it. So the JLG model has been a point of debate now, just given its performance. Is the industry deliberating on any alternatives?
Well, there is a lot of discussion around it, and the model per se, as a collective place where you meet people, which you lend a credit which is unsecured, that unit continues. While there might be some questions on liability, meeting inter se liability and all that, that also is a question of debate. We are trying to see that post-COVID and in this digital era, how do we retain the essence of it, keep the clients interested, as well as don't lose focus of the core dimensions. Because if you're lending 40,000 rupees loan or 30,000 or 45,000 rupees loan, and if you start going the individual way, the OPEX will shoot up. So we have to see and find a nuanced approach. Maybe the graduated clients will have to look towards another model, but the new entrants, 1 to 2 and third cycle, you continue on that focus. Industry is in intense debate on that. Every player is trying to put his head around that, and as an industry body also, we are trying to facilitate the discussion, and we hope that we will have some consensus on how to take it forward.
Right. So you did touch upon expectations of liquidity improving, and that's hopefully expected to help boost the sector going forward as well. But even now, there is clearly reluctance among banks, especially to lend to smaller MFIs.
Well, as I said, the bank's lending depends on credit perception. And typically, any lender would find maybe a small player with not that strong a balance sheet more susceptible. So they will be find it riskier. So that is why we always argue it is where the development finance institutions should show the way. Maybe a credit guarantee scheme of the government, which we are arguing, which will help the lenders lend to small MFIs, medium-sized MFIs, as well as the DFIs like NABARDs and SIDBs of India. They should come forward because they have a developmental mandate. And once that starts, the demonstrative impact, the banks will also follow. Because we always believe that while their numbers in terms of share in the GLP might be smaller players, but their contribution is immense because they are regional player, they are localized player, they understand the geography. Only their size is small. That should not be perceived as a risk perception.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for taking time out to speak to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.